Hello, Strokes. Doorbell rings this morning, 7 a.m. Sean Mike, O'Shea. I said, what the fuck are you doing this hour of the morning? He said, I couldn't sleep with the worry. I said, what are you worried about? Rural depopulation. Why? And I'm afraid they'll all leave the sticks and the city will be overrun by bogmen. Says the guy who left West Kerry 6 months ago. Out of fucking, I've put all that West Kerry stuff behind me now. I'm a Cork City boy now. I said, well, what's changed? Well, for one thing, I've stopped naming my farts. Jesus. So anyway, Gordon went back inside, right, and was making an espresso on my 15 grand coffee machine, checking my email, and one comes in from this guy called Ollie Roo O'Sullivan, real name. He's involved with Garnish GA below the Beara Peninsula. I want you to do a shout out for a raffle they're holding, right? Get this, the prize is a 1967 Massey Ferguson tractor, okay? There's no point trying to understand these people, I don't know, but it is real, right? So I got in touch anyway, and Ollie told me that Garnish GA is in Allahy's. I said, oh, is that a place? I always thought that was a cough medicine. He said, no, and look, I pay you for the shout out, in the local currency. I said, no, sure, fuck, what would I be doing with 3 crystals and a voucher for a Reiki massage, West Cork? No, I'm happy to do it for free. I do anything to stem the flow of rural migration from the Beara Peninsula. Sure. Basically, you're Kerry people with a second set of underwear. Do you ever notice that? Like parts of Kerry or parts of Beara are actually in Kerry. It's a mutant peninsula, right? So anyway, I went onto the website there and had a look at what they're doing. So basically 100 quid for a ticket, and they're only selling 500 tickets, right? They're rarer than a PhD in Dunmanway, so you have a good chance of winning, right? And all he was telling me, there's other people doing shout-out videos. Mario Rosenstock, for instance, who's from Cork, is going to do an impression of Ronan O'Gara. So I suppose they probably couldn't get the real Ronan O'Gara because he lived in Bishopstown, and Bishopstown people are really disobliging to bogmen, which is weird, like, because most of them came from West Cork originally. They arrived up, saw the Church of the Real Presence, says, Christ is like the Taj Mahal, we'll settle down here now, Tim Pat Sheila. Do you know the way it is? And actually, this is why a lot of Bishopstown people have webbed feet, right? And it's quite ugly when you see it for the first time, but it does give you an advantage for place kicking, which explains Ronan O'Gara. Okay, so anyway, look, back to the story, right? So the real thing is that if you do want to make sure that Beara people stay on the Beara Peninsula, take a look at the details of this raffle on Garnish GA Facebook page. But before I go, the slogan for the raffle is, if it ain't red, leave it in the shed. Is that like Culshi code for something filthy?